esteemed political leaders, I have agreed to yet again make a personal sacrifice by stepping down as the Speaker of this great assembly. Dear distinguished and gallant honorable members of this 10th Assembly, occasionally we are confronted with esteemed overwhelming challenges in conflict management, but as a responsible leader, we will not bring down the legislative house. We collectively build in pursuit of justice and fairness. For those who have been unfairly verified for standing on the side of fair play, kindly take note that there will always be opportunity to right any wrong. I am entranced by the dialogue of personal messages, phone calls, public show of support, and groundswell of solidarity from a broad spectrum of our society. And indeed, our nation is blessed with great men and women of honor. It is my fervent hope that the leadership of our great party will continue to provide guidance and support for the aspiration of our people. I sincerely thank you all for your understanding and support. Just like we know that the party decision is supreme. At this point, I take a bow as your speaker, and I step down as your speaker of this great house. But before I leave, I have a little song. And I give the credit to one of our Islamic singers. Oreni, Oreni, ibi ele wade yìí náà, Oreni. Àwọn mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ká tó sáré bẹ́yìn kan mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ní ilé wa. God bless Lagos State and God bless Nigeria.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
So that's a Meranda. Meranda said that Oreni, Oreni, like, we are grateful for where you have sent us, but if you knew that it was going to be like this, you won't be chasing us, whatever that even means, right? Well, I'm gonna know. Does that mean that if I become a politician, I do not have to write my own speech? Because, I mean, come on, man. It was so obvious that, number one, a poor reading skill shows much that she never wrote that speech. But somehow, it is also part of, the part of the deal. Let her come in and resign, and then you, Obasa, can come in after that. So it is the turn of Obasa now. So as it is presented, right, it means that Desmond did and the rest of them, right, they actually had to vote for Obasa because Baba Sokwe, their leaders have said so, and that is it, to settle deal. Listen to Obasa.
Legal Directorate.
Administration of the oath of the office of the Speaker on Honorable Mr. Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa as the Speaker of the 10th House of Assembly. He has elected to swear on the Holy Quran. I
I, Moji Obasa, solemnly swear that in the service of the state as the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, I will be faithful, bearing true allegiance to Lagos State of Nigeria at all times. I will not discriminate on the basis of religion, tribe, cause, status, or practice my form of in practice of any form of partiality in the performance of my official duties. I will always perform my official duties diligently and efficiently. I will not engage or be involved in any activities in conflict, either directly or indirectly, with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. I will, in the performance of my official duties, eschew and expose corruption in any of its traces in and outside the public service. I will not communicate or reveal any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties to any person except as may be required for the due discharge of my official duties as the Speaker. I will always follow the path of justice, honesty, and comfort among all the people of Lagos State, in particular, Nigeria in general, in all I do. Help me, Allah.
Thank you very much, sir. Sorry, sir. Please put your signature here. Congratulations, sir. Sir, please, you have to sign the second one. There's one. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, distinguished colleagues. I want to start by appreciating my colleagues. I want to thank you for your support, your dedication, your loyalty, and your staunch belief in our party and the utmost respect for our party leaders. I thank you, and I will always appreciate you for all you do. And let me sincerely single out my sister, the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Moji Meranda, who has been very, very, very supportive, loyal as Deputy Speaker. I thank you, ma'am, for everything. Thank you. God bless you. Let me also recognize our party chairman, Cornelius Ejelabi, and his team from our party secretariat. I thank you. I thank you for everything. Our Attorney General, Mr. Pedro, we thank you for being in our midst today. And management and staff of Lagos State House of Assembly, without you, we won't get to this stage. Above common standard of excellence, just don't come freely. But because of the hard work you put into the business of this house, Lagos State House of Assembly, I thank you for all you do. And I believe this is a challenge to you all, for you to do more. I thank you. We'll always recognize you for what you put into the business of the Lagos State House of Assembly. I'm very sure dear Lagosians would like to hear more from me, but I want to sincerely say today is not the day for speech making, but to appreciate my colleagues and all our leaders who have put a lot to this gathering today. We thank them. Particularly, I must recognize our national leader, the former governor of Osun State, Bababisi Akonde, and his counterpart from Ogun State, Aremo, former governor of Ogun State, Aremo Olusegun Oshoba, and all our GAC leaders. We thank them. Our amiable governor, his deputy from Lagos State, and other party loyalists. We thank you. We recognize all of you. And we want to assure Lagosians that for us, we have resolved and determined to serve their interests and protect their interests always. Our major responsibility is to represent them, and that we have been doing. So I'll also add this, that what is happening here today shows that Lagos State House of Assembly is very capable, and it's a house of integrity, a mature house that has internal mechanism to resolve in the interest of the institution and our party. As I have said, today is not a speech-making day, but a day to celebrate my colleagues. And thank them for all they've been doing. And I'm sure we'll continue to work together in peace, in love, and in harmony. So once again, I want to thank you. God bless all of us. Thank you for everything. And I must not leave behind our friends, the fifth colonies of the realm. Is it? Sorry, fourth estate of the fourth estate. Thank you, my brother. So we want to thank you for your support in all this. The role you have played, we thank you, we appreciate it. So God bless you abundantly as well. So as I have
Nuisance lele.
Now they follow the drama. So as it stands, the GAC, their elders from Ogun State and Osun, that is Bisia Kode and Oshoba, they have sorted it, they've settled it as Tifnubu told them to do. And their assignment was that Tifnubu said Obasa must not be removed. And remember that this issue of Obasa, Obasa that all started from when he said he wants to be the governor of Lagos State. Don't forget that. Okay. So their fight within is not really over. It's not over. So, but from what we have gathered so it is expected that Obasa will now resign by Wednesday. But others are saying, resign, you joke. Resign waiting. Obasa won't. He will run to be governor, and he will be governor. This is coming from his own supporters too, okay? But from what I have gathered, right, this is just like to give him a soft landing, a face saving. But Wednesday is almost here. So we'll get to know more about that soon. Fubara must obey, we can obey. More. Let's go to River State. So River State is where Wike was known to be an emperor that wanted to build his own political base or structure. Unfortunately, the person who was supposed to be the head of that structure to fund it reneged, and that is Similoye Fubara. It's been one court case after the other, one court case after another in River State. And it is because, you see, Wike has this thing with the judiciary, you know. But what makes it even more kind of like, you know, interesting is that his own faction, which, because they are now factionalized, you know what I mean? So his own faction seems to have been on the losing side all this while, like a back-to-back losing side, until the Supreme Court decided to weigh in. And it's like delivering a double blow, okay? So the Supreme Court says, the Supreme Court of Injustice says that Fubara shouldn't have conducted a local government election. Therefore, so the election conducted by himself and his own gang has been nullified by the Supreme Court that told them that everybody should leave office. So the, what do you call it? So these former House of Assembly members who have remained in court, all this while, because that is where they believe they can actually get their pound of flesh back, kind of, right? So Supreme Court's ruling, as devastating as it must have been for the Fubaras and his camp, right, is one big win that the weakest camp have been building on right now. So I'll tell you. So Fubara broadcasted to tell the member of, his own supporters, including the local government chairman, elected or selected by himself, right, that, listen, I do not want violence, though, okay? But because of what the Supreme Court has said, I am going to direct you to hand over the the government of this local government, administration of these local government areas, hand them over to the permanent secretaries of these local government areas or something like that, or head of the local government administration. Then go get yourselves ready. Because since we are not allowed to appoint a caretaker into the local government administration, right? So we would have to kind of reconduct the local government election. So until then, right, they should vacate the office now, because the ruling of the Supreme Court that said, number one, Fubara, I said Lagos, Rivers State government, which is Rivers State allocation from Abuja, must no longer be paid to Rivers State, which is illegal to even rule at all. It's like the Supreme Court is ruling against itself. But that's one thing about the contraption, though. So the Supreme Court now also legitimize the Amawule's team, despite the fact they've lost their seat for the campaign to APC, which they denied, and now they claim to still be in PDP. So whatever that is now, okay, whatever case they have in court, the ruling of the Supreme Court says they never decamped. The House of Assembly is still theirs. And in fact, if Fubara continues ignoring them, the Nigerian Ministry of Finance, Central Bank must stop paying the River State allocation to them, including local government allocation. So, and this has been the dream of the Werewikes and gang. To them, they're like, if he's unable to pay salary, if he's unable to pay contractors and the rest, and then, mount this political pressure on him, it's just going to be a matter of time before the Reverians, I want to call you Reverians, right? The Reverians will take to the streets. Well, as they say, where two elephants fight, we are going to try it again. So the Werewikes men, they're no born you well, we'll go remove your son. So Martin Amawule, Werewikes men, have given Fubara 48 hours. They've got 48 hours. If you do not present the 2025 budget to us, maybe we can start the impeachment proceeding against you. So there is a chance that the impeachment of Fubara is going to don the headline, don the newspaper, online, social media, everywhere, right? In the next coming weeks and months. I want to see that. It's going to be interesting. So here is Fubara and his message to the Rivers people yesterday.
People of Rivers State, we are all aware of the recent Supreme Court judgment and the pronouncement regarding aspects of the lingering political dispute in our dear state. Although we disagree with the judgment, we are bound to obey the order made therein as a law-abiding government. Since inception, we have conducted the affair of government within the framework of our Constitution, due process, and the rule of law. While we are not above mistakes, because we are humans, we believe that we have not, as a government, done anything deliberately to trample on the rule of law or the hallowed principles of constitutional governance. Accordingly, I've had a meeting with my team of lawyers, and they have assured me that the certified true copy of the judgment may be available to them by Friday, the 7th March of 2025. I assure you that upon the receipt of certified judgment, we shall study the ramification and implement them without reservation to move the state forward. Furthermore, given the outlawing of caretaker arrangements in the local government system, I hereby direct Head of Local Government Administration to immediately take over the administration of the 23 local government council, pending the conduct of a fresh election by the Rivers